Well, a big fence, not enough to keep people from hopping our southern border. Take a look at this picture taken by a resident of El Paso, Texas, while driving along a newly built stretch of wall, showing a man climbing right over the top. And that's not all. The witness says that another man then climbed over with a bicycle and quickly rode off. Now, Border Patrol claims that the men were caught on surveillance video and captured.
Just because you don't see Border Patrol out along the fence line doesn't mean we're not being vigilant and watching the border. We had eyes on this individual making an entry. We responded accordingly and made the apprehension.
Well, the U.S. spent more than $11.4 billion on customs and border protection last year, and that includes $800 million on fencing, infrastructure, and technology. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement made more than 1,600 arrests of individuals engaged in cross-border crime. Michael Braun, former chief of operations for the Drug Enforcement Administration, joins us now with more on this. So, Michael, how did this happen?
Well, I mean, Heather, I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but it's further evidence that an $800 million wall or a fence, is subject to being breached. And the criminals that are involved in this activity are they're the most ingenious, adaptive criminals that law enforcement has ever faced. There's no doubt in my mind that the Border Patrol had these individuals under surveillance and that they were in all probability arrested. But with that said, we need far more Border Patrol agents to stay up on the queuing that comes off of all of this surveillance so that they can react to episodes like this.
And one of the things that they said is that just because you don't see a Border Patrol agent does not mean that they're not there. And I know that I did an interview a couple months ago where I talked to an authority about this Predator unmanned aerial system. And that apparently is covering the entire southwest border and providing some coverage with that. Do you think that that is working? Is that possibly what was being used here?
Well, I mean, it could have been used here. It could have been static surveillance, surveillance sites on our side of the border that picked up on this activity. But my sources within CBP tell me that the Predator technology, as awesome as it is, they need far more analysts to sit down and watch the screens and to review the intelligence, the massive amounts of data that are streaming in, so that they can dispatch the helicopters and the other Border Patrol agents to successfully interdict this activity.
All right, Michael, I'm sorry, I have to wrap you up there, but I did want to ask you about this. Back in May 10th, the president said, how about a moat? You think they need a moat?
Well, it's interesting you say that. A moat might work, but I can tell you just about 3 or 4 months ago, you were showing some video of a catapult that traffickers were using to sling 60-pound barrels of marijuana across the fence.
I'm sorry.